Hello and welcome back everyone to another video. It has been a while. It's been 11 or 12 days. As mentioned in the previous video, I know I touched on this a little bit. Aside from playing video games and talking about computer science, this channel, the core purpose is to build projects without the help of AI. That's why it's taken me a while, and this project I'm about to show you is very difficult. To be honest with you, it kind of kicked my butt, and here's why. I built a solitaire game. Now you may be thinking, solitaire game? That's it? Here's the thing. Originally, I was going to build blackjack or poker. I know how to play both of those games very well. I don't know how to play solitaire. So I thought, okay, I'm willing to take this on. Doesn't sound like much fun, and I'll be honest, it wasn't. But I got it done. It's not 100%. There's some breakage in the code, but for the most part, it works pretty well. So what I'm about to show you is a fully functional solitaire game that runs entirely right here in the terminal. There's no GUI needed, no web browser, just good old terminal goodness. I wanted to create something that felt very modern with some visual appeal. The idea was really simple. Take, for example, the solitaire game that most of us know from Windows, right? And reimagine it for right here in the terminal with a little bit of style. But here's the thing though, I didn't want it to look too boring with just ASCII characters. I wanted it to have a little bit of pop. So every suite has its own color or neon color. Hearts glow pink, I believe. Diamonds blue, clubs are green, I think, and I believe we're about to find out. Spades, I think, are yellow. I think I got that right. I'm going to go ahead and fire this up. Cargo run. And there it is. Neon Solitaire. You got how to play here. Real simple, real basic. Let me hit the key. And there it is. I have a bit more of an understanding on how to play Solitaire now. I'll be honest, it's really not my cup of tea. But again, I wanted that challenge. That's why it's been a while since I last uploaded. Now, that's not to say if I were to take on blackjack or poker, I would have uploaded sooner. For all I know, it would have taken me longer. But what I do know is I did incorporate this hint column down here. So then that way it tells me, for example, I can take this card here and I can move it here. And then I can take this card here and I can move it, oh, excuse me, from here and move it right there. I can draw from stock. I can change my cards up above if I want. I can take this one and I can move it down here. I can move that. Whoop, I can move. There we are. Got foundation. I've got waste. Here's my stock. 15 in stock. Score. Draw cards. Draw from stock. I can do from waste. Click on it. See how it kind of glows a little bit of a purple. And I can move that here into column 4. I can move this card and I can move it here. Anyways, it goes on and on and on. It's actually kind of fun. Again, it's not really my cup of tea, but I wanted to take on a challenge, attempt to build something that I don't know how to play. I thought it was a bit of a ridiculous idea, but I managed to pull it off. It works pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and quit, say yes. It tells me my final score is 45, total moves 11, status game ended. I'm going to clear this up. Now what I want to do though is I want to show 2 or 3 projects that I built 5, 6 months ago-ish. This is back when I was really just starting to get my feet wet with HTML, cascading style sheets, or CSS. I had already known a bit of JavaScript, but I want to go ahead and show some of this off. It's funny, The level of simplicity of these projects. All right, let's get into it. All right, here it is. This is a very old project. I'm going to go ahead and open this up in another browser. Okay, it's opened up over here. I'm going to go ahead and pull it over. There it is. I wanted to have some fun with some CSS and some real basic effects. And at the time, I thought this was so cool. It's all right. Let's take a look here. We got matrix. The more I click on it, it slows down a bit. The next one I've got glow. Real simple glow. We have glitch. That one's kind of cool. Glow 2. I just had it come out a little bit larger. Got July. We'll go fireworks. Laser. Do a bunch of lasers. There we go. Then some bouncy balls. Do a whole bunch of them. Here we go. There we go. All right. And shake. Quick shake. And flip. And snow. One thing I notice with the snow button, if I click it over and over and over, it really bogs down my system, whereas the bouncing balls doesn't seem to be an issue for the most part. Okay, we have melt, explode, happy, and the end. All right, so that is a project I built a long time ago, nice and simple. Now I want to show you another one. All right, here it is. I'm going to open an other browser. Let's just get right into it. Here it comes. This one I called it ball glow. So you move your cursor around and you have a ball that follows it. And then the center piece follows around as well. I was so excited. I was so happy when I got this project done. I remember this project is even older, and I can click on matrix again. Yeah, I really loved this button at the time. Okay, and I can go to tornado. There it goes. And then balls bouncing around. And there we go. Another simple get your feet wet type of a project. I really did though. I thought it was so cool when I made this. It's so basic, but it was fun. Let me click on this. Now I'm going to show you another one. All right. Here's another one I built quite some time ago. Open another browser. Here it is on my other monitor. I'm pulling it over. So the smiley face gets sad if the cursor isn't moving, and the eyes will follow the cursor. When the cursor starts moving, it gets happy. And it follows, I don't know how well you can see, but it follows the cursor. If you stop, it gets angry. I've got 4 buttons down here. If I click on it, watch the face. Ooh, it gets angry. It doesn't want you to do that. It's sad. It's happy because I'm moving. Go to button 2. Just a simple flip. And then button 3. Nice little glow. And then finally button 4. That one's my favorite. Eyeballs follow the cursor, happy when moving, and sad when not, and angry when you hit a button. Well, there it is. There's another quick, simple project. I have one more that I want to show you, and then that will conclude this video. All right, here it is. This is a project. This is takeout restaurant system I built quite some time ago. This is built entirely with Python. Okay. So here it is. Let's order. Welcome to the generic takeout restaurant. What would you like to order? We've got burrito, a marshmallow burrito, a durian burrito. Oh, could you imagine a durian burrito? Ugh. A licorice burrito. Yeah, I had a little fun here. Justin's bowl. We got onion, Justin's bowl, raw beef, sushi stuff, Delaware roll, sushi stuff, burning tuna, random crap, live octopus, do not eat this, raw eggs, pizza, just dough. Oh, I want just dough. What quantity of pizza, just dough, would you like? This will default to 1 if number is not entered. I want 10. Would you like to keep ordering? Absolutely. I'm going to have to go for burger, just a bun at the bottom. 15. What quantity of burger, just a bun, would you like? 200. Would you like to keep ordering? Yes, I would. I'm going to go for that good old durian burrito. I'm going to order 500 durian burritos. I'm going to keep ordering. Let's go for some onion soup. That actually sounds normal. I'm going to order 1 bowl of onion soup. I'm going to keep on ordering. Live octopus. I don't know about that. Our pizza is toxic. Let's go for that. I want 200. Our pizza is toxic pizzas. Enter. Let's keep ordering. What do I want? I'll tell you what I want. I want some raw beef. Enter. I want 300 of those. Would you like to keep ordering? No. There's my receipt. Thank you for your order. This is what we are preparing for you. Now get out. I had a little fun. I had a little fun with this one. All right. Here's my receipt at over $90,000. Wow. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for that. Well, that was a lot of fun. Good old Python. I love Python. So there it is. Not a whole lot here. It was pretty easy to make. 100% Python. One last thing I want to show, and I know I said this would be the last thing. Got one more thing, and then that'll be it. Okay, last one. This project here I'm about to show you, I already have it spun up. It's on another monitor here, so I'm just going to pull it over. Really simple. I never completed this project, but fair warning, you're going to see some flashing lights, and it's going to be very bright. So if you're sensitive to flashing lights, you're prone to migraine or headache, now's the time to go away. The only reason I wanted to show this is because I think this is one of my oldest projects. I never did finish it. Here we go. I go to page 1, opens up. It's really all I got to. I had all these spinning buttons, and then maybe I will go back to it. I don't know. I'm going back to the home page. Get ready for the flashing lights. And then I haven't. There we go. So now I'm on page 2. So with every button, I was going to have it do something, take you somewhere. But it's an old project. It was laying around. I thought, why not show it? All right. Thanks for stopping by. It's been a while. It's been fun. I had the video on pause. I was playing my Solitaire for a little bit. I'm thinking I'm actually starting to understand this game a little bit. Will I continue to play Solitaire? Probably not, but at least I have a bit more of an understanding. It was fun to make. And there it is, my final score during pause. Final score of 90, total moves 49. Status, game ended. Go ahead and close this out. Thank you very much for stopping by. It was fun. I'll see you in the next one. I do have some more Rust projects I want to build, but I am doing some planning for some larger scale projects, and I want to get some more video games in the mix as well. But take care. See you in the next one.